Hello and welcome to Life at PALS for another GED Science screencast. Today we will continue with our life science questions from the previous screencast, and we are at question 36. So let's get started. The following information is going to be needed to answer question 36 to 39. Heat stroke or sunstroke occurs when the temperature regulating system of the body ceases to work effectively. When people are exposed to or undergo heavy exertion in extreme heat, they may stop sweating, the body's natural way of cooling itself. The skin becomes hot and dry, and body temperature rises above normal. Other symptoms may include irregular heartbeat and shallow irregular breathing. The victim may lose consciousness. Because the high body temperature of heat stroke can cause brain damage and death, heat stroke should be treated immediately. Standard treatment is to quickly reduce the body temperature by applying cold compresses to the victim's body and ice packs to the neck. If possible, the victim should be placed in a bathtub of cold water. Only when body temperature is down to 102 Fahrenheit should the cooling procedures be stopped. Heat exhaustion is less serious than heat stroke. With heat exhaustion, a victim becomes weak and dizzy after exposure to or heavy exertion in high temperature and high humidity. Other symptoms include confusion, a great amount of sweating, and a body temperature below normal. Proper treatment includes moving the victim to a cooler location but keeping the victim warm until body temperature rises to normal. To help avoid heat stroke and heat exhaustion, people exposed to hot and possibly humid conditions should drink plenty of water and take frequent rest breaks to cool off. Which of the following is not a symptom of heat exhaustion? Dizziness, profuse sweating, elevated temperature, confusion. So heat exhaustion was the third paragraph, right here. Less serious than heat stroke. And we can see the symptoms right here. Weakness, dizziness, and high temperature and high humidity. Other symptoms include confusion, great amount of sweating, and body temperature below normal. So we can see dizziness, elevated temperature, confusion are all correct. Profuse sweating, dizziness, confusion. These are symptoms. One symptom that is wrong is elevated temperature. Elevated means increased. Increased temperature is not a symptom, but we can see that the actual symptom is a body temperature below normal, so decreased temperature. That's why C is correct. What is the main purpose of applying ice packs to the neck of a heat stroke victim? So why are ice packs applied to the neck of a heat stroke victim? To slow the flow of blood to the brain, to lower body temperature, to cool the nervous system, to increase the flow of blood to the brain. So heat stroke was the first two paragraphs. Let's have a look at the second paragraph. Because the high body temperatures of heat stroke can cause brain damage and death. You have it already. The high body temperature in heat stroke can cause brain damage and death. Therefore, treatment is to quickly reduce body temperature by applying cold compresses to the victim's body and ice packs to the neck. So the purpose of applying an ice pack to the neck is to lower the body temperature, because that high body temperature can cause brain damage and death. To help prevent heat exhaustion during summer, which is the least important for an exercise club to maintain good working order? Drinking fountains are probably important because to avoid heat stroke, heat exhaustion, people exposed to hot and possibly humid conditions should drink plenty of water. So we definitely need the drinking fountains. Ventilation system to keep it cool. Air conditioner, exercise. So all of these are important to keep a person cool during exercise. So the least important one to help prevent heat exhaustion would be the exercise. Bicycles. A doctor comes to the assistance of a middle-aged woman who has collapsed while working outdoors on a hot afternoon. Which of the following is the least important piece of information for the doctor? Body temperature is probably very important because a lower body temperature may give him the idea or tell him that the person is heat exhaustion. Elevated body temperature may speak for a heat stroke, so body temperature is very important. Blood pressure, air temperature, breathing rate. Blood pressure is always an important piece of information for a doctor, so that is definitely the wrong answer. The breathing rate of the person is important as well, because in heat stroke dry temperature. Other symptoms may include irregular heartbeat and shallow irregular breathing. So the breathing rate is important as well. The air temperature is probably not that important. Probably enough that it's hot outside, but the exact air temperature is not an important piece of information for the doctor, whereas the other three pieces of information are directly about the patient. That the correct answer is a piece of information about the environment, the surrounding, so not that important. Okay, let's have a look at the next few questions. Refer to the following information to answer question 40 and 41. Recommended daily vitamin needs of male and female adults. So, nice table here. Vitamin A, E, K, C, and a couple of other ones, and the amounts in either milligram or microgram. Microgram, 1000 microgram is 1 milligram. Which of the following can be inferred from the chart? Vitamin A is more necessary than all other vitamins. Definitely not, because it's a unit thing, as we can see. Microgram and milligram. Again, this would be 1 milligram. And this would be 0.8 milligram. The human body needs a variety of vitamins for good health. That seems like a good one. Let's see. Children do not need vitamins. That's not what can be inferred from the table. Children definitely need vitamins as well. The table just doesn't show it. But we cannot infer that from the table. The children don't need any vitamins. Vitamin A is important for night vision. Maybe is, but the table doesn't give us any information about that. So it's definitely not something we can infer. So what we can infer is that we have a big list of vitamins here, and the human body needs therefore a variety of vitamins for good health. B is the correct answer. Which of the following is an opinion rather than a scientific fact? Vitamin deficiency can lead to many types of illness. Fruits and nuts contain more essential vitamins than candy. Vitamin supplements should be taken by everyone over the age of 30, and both minerals and vitamins are essential for good health. So facts are something that we definitely know, and two facts here are definitely D, they are essential for good health, and fruits and nuts do contain more essential vitamins than candy. That's a fact as well. It's either A or C. Vitamin deficiency can lead to many types of illnesses. Vitamin supplements should be taken by everyone over the age of 30. So what is the last fact? What do you think? If you would cross out A, that is correct. Vitamin deficiency can lead to many types of illnesses. That is a fact as well. So that leaves us only with C, which is not a fact. Vitamin supplements should be taken by everyone over the age of 30. That is an opinion. It's not a fact that everyone has to take vitamins over the age of 30. And this will be the last two questions for the screencast. Based on the following information, answer question 42 and 43. Pathogens broadly refer to anything that may cause a disease. Some types of diseases caused by pathogens include the following: airborne diseases, any disease that is caused by pathogens transmitted through air; waterborne diseases, any disease that is transmitted by pathogenic microorganisms contaminated by fresh water; foodborne diseases, any disease that is transmitted by pathogens present in food; and bloodborne diseases, any disease in which the pathogen is transmitted via the blood vessels. Which of these are likely to spread the following type of diseases? Write each of the following in the appropriate box: either airborne or bloodborne. Sneezing. When we sneeze, many droplets become airborne, which can travel through the air and eventually infect another person. So sneezing goes in here. Infected syringe, needle. Syringe is used several times, so the needle of a syringe that can then transfer a disease from one person to another from a person's blood. So infected syringe goes to bloodborne. An open wound, dusting. Open wound, again, that means the pathogen can get into the blood directly or out. It's another bloodborne infection. Dusting, that means cleaning off dust. Dust gets swirled into the air, and if there are pathogens in the dust, they can infect another person. So, dusting, airborne. Which of the following is least likely to prevent the spread of disease? Using a tissue while sneezing, that is probably very likely to prevent the spread of disease because it prevents droplets from becoming airborne and reaching other people. Washing hands before eating, that is very important as well. Stops the spread of foodborne diseases. Following safe cooking practices, same as well. Foodborne diseases, prevents the spreading of these. Going to sleep early, that sounds reasonable. Going to sleep early maybe boosts your immune system a little bit, but it does not prevent the spread of diseases. Maybe prevents you from getting sick, but not the spread itself. Thank you for joining today, and I hope I could help you a little bit with your preparation for your GED science test, and I see you in the next screencast. Have a nice day.